Okay, third time's a charm. This is my third time filming the review for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 4 reunion part 3. Let's go. If this shit doesn't record, we ain't posting shit today because I'm annoyed. Okay, so part 3 picks up where part 2 left off with the lady still arguing with Monica about this troll page that she's a part of. That anyway, part 3 was the best, obviously, but this part 3 really let me understand why the ladies were so upset with her and why they were giving her so much energy. Because I felt like you're giving all this energy to Monica, but where was this energy to Jen Shah? Which she's like 1,000 times worse than Monica. But basically the ladies had their own receipts against Monica, and I think the issue is that here's my issue with Monica. I was rocking with you, Monica. I really was. But this third part, you really reveal yourself. You showed yourself. You are your mother's child, by the way. You are your mother's child because you half step. You half step on accountability. You half step on the truth. And for you to, you passed the buck, because Andy Cohen pointed out, he was like, I think the ladies are upset with you because you brought a lot of stuff to the camera and then you don't own it. Like the whole rumor with Angie K's husband sleeping with different men around Salt Lake City. That was a rumor around the city, but you chose to bring it up on camera on this huge platform. So now this rumor that was just circulating in just Salt Lake City is now circulating the globe. And your whole thing is, well, I didn't say it. But you did say it because the person that did say it ain't here. So you're the one that said it. Like, unfortunately, sometimes the messenger gets shot. That's reality. That's reality. My other issue with Monica too is like you came in hot, which is fine. You had a polarizing first season, amazing, incredible. But I feel like you did not have a proper end game plan on this, because what were you expecting with these ladies? Did you really think that you were going to get on this TV show, blast these ladies, then they find out you're a part of this Instagram troll situation? Instead of fully owning it, like taking full accountability of everything, you chose to get defensive and deflect and get nasty back. Like a kid, very immature, she reminds me of like a overgrown teenager. She's a kid. She's her mother's child. Like, she sat on that couch and gaslit those ladies. And then what was crazy is you sat on the couch and you lied to everyone's face about how you even got on the show. You told Andy Cohen that you told the producers when they were interviewing you for the show that you were the part of a troll account. He looked at her in her face and he goes, that's not true at all. We would have never cast you on the show. Like, he just immediately shut that down. Like, stop it. I saw a side of Monica that I really didn't like. I knew that, whatever, but like, for her to not take full accountability and not own that, baby, you were wrong. Like, Heather's whole thing was, Kitty is making sorry, shaking. But like, Heather's whole thing with her too was, my issue is you continue to repeat stuff that Jen Shah had said and you were posting it. And then Monica's thing, well, like, yeah, I didn't say it. She said it. And then Andy jumped in and was like, you're not getting it though. You were perpetuating what Jen Shah said. And Heather's like, she said the hardest thing about being a housewife is social media and the trolls. The trolls attack our families. They attack us personally. They attack our businesses. She said, I got tagged in every post about me every single day for 3 years. And it was a lot. And I get it. I mean, I don't like reading negative comments. So I couldn't even imagine having to read negative comments about myself, about my appearance. I mean, Jen Shah called her a tranny, called her Shrek, said, body shames her, just said all types of stuff about her. And then they're reposting what she said. Like, yeah, that sucks. That's hurtful. And then Monica tried to save face saying that, well, we did do positive things about you guys. And they showed a couple positive posts. And Heather was like, yeah, that's like one amongst thousands. So I think Monica, I don't know. And then when they brought up, so they started bringing up the fact that when she worked for Jen Shaw, she would secretly record her. She would drive past her house, and Lisa Barlow brought that up, and the production had actual footage of that. They showed her on several different occasions driving past Jen Shaw's house. And in one of the videos, she had some man in the car whose face was blurred out, and he's saying "rotten prison, bitch," and they're talking all this shit. So they asked her about that, and Lisa Barlow tells her, she goes, you were stalking her. And then Monica's like, I wasn't fucking stalking her. People drive past her ex-boyfriend's house and do that all the time. Baby, that's stalking. That's harassment, darling. Look it up. So Monica's like, well, the only reason I was driving past her house is because I was an informant with the FBI about her at that time. And they told me to drive past the house to make sure she wasn't drinking and driving. Okay, girl. Okay. Whitney's at the end of the couch laughing. She was like, why would the FBI need you to check up on her if she's drinking and driving? And then Andy Cohen was like, if she's drinking at her house, she wouldn't be driving. Like, they were just poking holes. And so Heather got down to the nitty gritty of what her true issue was with Monica. She said, my problem is you befriended Jen Shaw. You wanted to get on the show so bad. You befriend her. You work for her. You secretly record her. Then apparently Jen Shaw asked her to get a home security system in Monica's name for Jen Shaw's house. Monica was logging into the home security system, watching Jen and her family at the house. Like, that's weird. That's weird. So I get where Heather's coming from. That's strange. And then they bring up the whole black eye incident, and we go into that. We see the secret footage of that. Heather explains that her and Jen got super drunk that night, and apparently Jen hit her. Jen came next day and apologized, and they figured out how to, cover it up. And Heather was like, I got you. And she admitted she was like, I was scared of her. And from what I gathered from this part 3, Jen Shaw is a horrible human being, and she definitely deserves to be in prison. This lady is nasty. She's a real life Cruella de Vil. She treats her employees horribly. Obviously, we see how she treats her so-called friends. And apparently she's very vindictive and nasty behind the scenes. And a lot of the ladies were scared to speak up against her because they were fear of getting backlash against her. I mean, look what happened to Brooks season 1 going into season 2. Jen Shaw got issues. That's apparent. I hope that they don't bring her back to the show. I don't think she deserves the same. She doesn't need the Teresa Giudice treatment at all. She don't need to be back on the show. That lady's nasty. That's a nasty person. But I felt bad for Heather in that instance because Heather was like, I'm scared of Jen, and I lied. I covered for her. I lied on production. She led with an apology. I'm sorry. Which Andy kind of got her ass together. Like, yeah, you lied on production. You lied on producers too. And, you jeopardized people's reputations. Like, that wasn't okay. And she apologized. And Heather said, I do feel like, Andy asked her, do you think the grace that we're giving you, do you think this is the same grace we should be giving Monica? And she said, I can't answer that because we handled our situations differently. I internalized mine and she did not. And Monica agreed with her. Monica was like, you kept yours in and I blurted everything out. I think Monica really had a great first season, but I don't think she thought this through because I got to be honest, it was all over the internet yesterday that she's on break right now from the show. And to be honest with you, I get it. I mean, if I was a producer of that show, I wouldn't bring her back because none of the ladies want to film with her. Listen, Monica, you definitely have a future in television. If I were you, I would do a Celebrity Big Brother. I would do another type of reality show where I'm competing with other reality stars, something to do with strategy. But I think if I were Monica, I would rework my brand and try to fix my image a little bit. Because right now, your image is you're a snake. You secretly record people. You tell on your people that your so-called friends you're loyal to. And no one wants to be around somebody like that. You don't want to be around people that you can't trust. All in all, this was a great season. This third part was good. It was very eye-opening. Monica, you are your mother's child. You are your mother's child. Great first season. Man, I hope this, or great first season for Monica. I really hope that this recorded. Anyway, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe.